Hello everybody, welcome back. As you can see, we are once again at the fairground and changes have been made. Exteriors have been looked at and attended to. I didn't want to bore you with all the exteriors and roofs, but I think they're looking pretty good. I fixed up the bikes. I have done all the windows on this side, and the only thing I haven't attended to is the name and all the lights at the top there, because I'm not quite sure. Should I just call it the fun fair? Should I call it the fairground? I'm not 100% sure. Let me know what you think. I'm loving this sort of shark. So I recovered the whole thing. That was fun. And then we did all the roofs of all these containers. But the one place I have left alone is the office, simply because when I looked through the window, it's over here. When I looked through the window, I saw money. Look at the money. There's more money. So awesome. This is sad. It needs lots of love and attention. As you can see, I've done nothing to the inside here. So we are going to have to do a thing here. The one place I do want to do today, once we've got all the money out of there, is to do the watering hole. The watering hole is our little watering hole. You can see the flickering lights. That's unfortunately because all the lights are now working. Half the lights were out. And yeah, it is what it is. So let's see, is there any money in here? I cannot see that. I'm going to sell you. Nothing in there. No. We got money in this till here. 62 bucks. Anything in here? And Sakura DLC is officially out. I was unfortunately not chosen to 62. I was unfortunately 625. Not given the opportunity to do a sort of sneak peek preview of the game. But you know what? I was very lucky with the Scooby-Doo DLC, and I did appreciate that a lot. 625. And I have bought the game. It's busy. As soon as I'm finished this, it will be installed and you will get a first late look at Sakura. Unfortunately, as I say, I haven't been able to pre-record a video. But you know what? That's okay. But that's also why I want to try and get this going and almost done. Welcome to the watering hole. Okay, this is the building that we knocked two into one. This is what the interior looks like. I thought it was quite cool as the watering hole. It is a bar. It will have a couple of things. That needs to come with me as I make my journey down the stairs. So this is the underground passage now. As you can see behind us, we have a couple of things just to juice the place up a little bit. I'm in two minds about these lights. I think I might replace them. Okay, so coming down here, another passage, and then this is the main room. I was thinking of putting like a little piano in the corner, so we've got like a little piano singer. And in here, as you can see on the wall here, is the other switch. So the two switches are now living in the same place. So this is like the manager or whoever's in charge of the little bar here. So there'll be two bar counters. One will be upstairs and the other one will be downstairs. But I'm quite liking this. I don't know. Let's see. you're connected to the switch in there, I presume. Yes. I like that little section, but I might put that over the piano player and then put a bar area here, and then we can have high tops and stools or counters or something along here. So I took the blue because watering hole makes sense in my head anyhow, and I then put the lighter blue upstairs. Doesn't look much lighter, but I promise you it's 2 shades lighter. So again, I think I'm going to put just a little bar counter here with a bar back behind it, and then we'll probably have tiny tables and stools along each side here, possibly one there, probably one there, and then this will just be decorated. So as it's called the watering hole, I think we'll go for sort of semi-nautical. So we have the ship's steering wheel. There it is. That looks pretty good actually. And then we can put that maybe on this wall here. The watering hole semi-cowboy themed. That's why a lot of wood. I thought that would be quite cool. Sorry. And then we've got the cupboard doors because they almost look like swing doors for the saloons. And I want, ooh, you see how the light shifted. And of course we have the cups are back. If you remember, I deleted the cups. They're back, and they're even lit up with LED strips. We've got green, we've got pink, and we've got blue strips lighting it up. There's that. And I have refinished every single ground floor building on the outside. Boy, that was fun. The stage, I don't know. Let me know what you think. I put clouds on it because I thought that was quite cool. We've got a piano. We're going to put some drums and guitars and stuff like that. And the lights have now changed to blue and yellow. Oh, I need to change the purple. But I thought that was quite fun, and we can put some benches in front of it. This area here has been resurfaced, recolored. You can see when I said the ground floor, or in American, the first floor. Everything has been done, right up to the exterior fences. Yay! And of course the whole stage. Top, bottom, front, back. We got a long way to go. But I didn't think you really wanted to sit and watch me just doing unlimited. Ooh, I haven't done that. I like the knights. You can see we've got 2 shields on the top there. We've changed that flag. We're going to go in there and set up a restaurant. And then we're going to have to, at some stage, get up there and get that dead creeper off the wall. These are the things that I really look forward to. Where's my tall ladder? I know I have a tall ladder floating around here somewhere because I'm going to need to finish. Oh, and even up to the tent covers over there have been refurnished, replaced. The shark attack sign has been done. The whole shark has been done. And every single roof in this area has been done. So it's been fun. I think I'm going to do it blue. Maybe not that blue. Let's go down one. It's quite pretty. I think that'll work. Nope, as I was saying. Somewhere around. It's fun. There we go. That looks good. Now, somewhere around here, we can get to the back. Let's see if I can reach that. Reach. that. Oh boy, that's all got to be done. Yeah. Fun, fun, fun. I'm going to need the step ladder, aren't I? Oh, and that needs to be refinished. Hold the phone. Oops. I have the technology. Yes, it's the black finish for the stairs. Now you can see this is all nice and brand new. This not so much. So let's just change it. There we go. It looks better. That one is done. Yes, it is. Is this one done? No. Okay, so it's just a matter of getting the this. It worked. Sticking up around here. Do we need that side? Probably. You can see I've done this a few times. The only thing I have seen and I haven't changed is the alligator at the roller coaster ride, because the alligator is awesome, but it's also positioned. Oh, look at me. How did I miss that? It's fine. I've come to the conclusion that I am going to buy many things and spend a huge amount of money fixing up where I've missed stuff. So it is what it is. Missed anything else? So let me know what you think of the clouds. I like them, but I'm not sure. All right, so we've got the piano. Let's just set up the stage. Let's do the stage thing. What do you say? There we go. Will you sit on? Yes. Look at you. Where do I want this? Let's put them right on the edge of the stage here. Blends into the driftwood. It does indeed. Let's move you on this side. Awesomeness. And then, I don't know, then whoever's starring here can put their own banner up behind them. Was my thought, and I'm sticking to it. We might as well get that one. Then we're going to need a stool for back here. That'll do. We have a mic. We have a dual mic. There we go. I think that looks pretty awesome. And then whatever other stuff they need, they can bring with them. Okay, where was I? I was back here doing stairs. Right, so as I said, I figured out how to do this to fit the door in, because the door doesn't want to go in because of these things here. So all I did was make them smaller, put the door in, and then make them bigger, and the door still opens and closes, just if you are battling with that. But there is that. I'm going to throw this wood out over here somewhere and find our black metal, because I'm sure there's other stairs that we're going to need. I think maybe I should just throw all this stuff like on the edge of the stage, and then I know where it all is. I will do another walk around, and you can see that looks pretty good. The back needs to be done, but again, I will go around and try and make as much of the upper stories finish as good as I can. But let's head on to the watering hole and see if we can set up a nice little bar area. I'm thinking this is the bathroom, so I don't really want to have a table outside by the bathroom. Let's not do that, but let's see if we can set up a nice little bar here. So if I come in here, service, and leave, and yes, the bar keep can get back here. He has a little sink here, and I can put some shelves up here for all his beverages. How's that? I think the easiest way to do this is this way, because you can make it as big or as small as you possibly want it. Now, so you can get a lot accomplished in this build if you have stuff that you can resize. It works pretty darn well. All these boards that they've put down, if you move them, you're in trouble because you can't put the board flat again without the move tool. I did make it the right size. Awesomeness. You have to be able to use what they've given you and then basically go from there. We are going to need glasses and all kinds of other stuff back here, which I will put in so that you don't have to watch me putting 1,000 glasses in. But you know those lights from downstairs? I think I'm going to pinch them. Yes, I know it's a long way to go. Yes, I'm going to borrow them, and these can go over the bar. Full glaziness. There's a switch downstairs that they're attached to. So I think that's perfect. First of all, yeah. That looks quite cool. It's just not over the bar itself. Yeah, that'll do. Sounds good to me. Now we need some bar stools, and I think these will be perfect. Go with the driftwood as well, because we do have some driftwood here and there in this place. And then once we've got these in, we can put some tables in here. The only thing we can't do here is put trays on the counter and stack them. That's what I was doing in the New Beginnings build. We can maybe put one on a table with some drinks on it. What do you say? I think that looks pretty good. Now, we can either play with lights in here, or we can play with plants in here. I think I'm going to just pop one of these over each table. We can pull them down because these are extendable. It's not knocking anybody, and then maybe put one here. I was thinking about these ones on the inside, and then I thought, you know what? I like these. They just have a different vibe to them. I'm going to leave that one up high. I'm tempted just to go with wood paneling on the actual wall itself, but I'm not sure. Let me know what you think. And yes, I've deliberately done this because these are 3 different heights. While we have this tray here, let's just throw some glasses on it just for the heck of it. There we go. I will put in regular whiskey glasses. We can put a couple of knickknacks up there. Let's see what I've got in the way of pictures. I don't think I've got anything exciting to go on these walls. Unless we use something like this. There's that one. That brightened it up a smidge. See, that would be quite cute, although it's got nothing to do with watering the hole. does sort of grab your attention a little bit. And then I've got these flowers outside that are blue. They're actually quite pretty. I was thinking of doing a couple on the walls. So let's get us a pot. Let's see if this will be the right size. Let's put it there. That looks pretty good. Okay. We're going to need a few of those. Easiest way to do this is to put it low, and then when you've got it at the right height, you can just lift it up. All right, there we go. I wouldn't mind putting one. You see how it actually works behind the bar quite nicely. Like that. All right, where's another one? And it doesn't fight with you, which I appreciate. With a little reset up there. We're going to need to put a light in there. That put that one, because it's out of the way of the table. Perfect. Suggestions, thoughts. Let me know what you think. And then for lights in here, maybe we should pinch these. Pinch, borrow, duplicate. These are blue. Might have to change that. But then again, yeah, let's do a warm white. That looks too cold. Nice warm yellow light for in here. Now we are going to need a railing on this side so people don't just stumble and just fly down the stairs. So let's find us a railing. That should be fine. So we've got that. I want to put something on the wall here. And I was thinking of just putting a little very slim cabinet on the wall here of some description. Yeah, that's quite bright in there now, so no one's going to fall down the stairs, which I appreciate. Yeah, that'll work as a sort of just a little decoration. Okay, so we've got something started here. We just have to fill the shelves up. These flowers are definitely not anything that's been seen before in this place, but you know, we don't have a cowboy hat, which is quite sad. And then I'll throw a couple of odds and ends on there. Then downstairs, this is where I was thinking the lights would come in, but I don't know. I quite like these ones. They're a little bit more industrial, and they appeal to me. Again, what should we put here? Should we put the nautical stuff? Because we can. I'm just going to go pinch the bar counter quicker. Bar counter. Yes, the bar counter. Now I want to put it along this wall because this is the office is right there. You will notice that the walls and everything are a different color, so we will have to change it up, but that's okay. Then I'm going to put the same backing on there. Oh, okay. I'm happy we have one. That's because I wasn't looking. I was just throwing it down. And then exactly the same bar stools as we have upstairs, but I'm not going to run upstairs. Actually, what the heck? You won't see this. There we go. In the flash of an eye or a blink of an eye, which eye would you like me to use as an example? I think these are going over. They can go on the beam, and that will work very well for them. They're not quite over the center of the bar, but that will do. Which one do I like better? I think that one. Throw that back in the corner for now. There is the shadow. You can see the shadow of the neons, which is a bit irritating, but it is what it is. And then we can use this. Yeah, I think let's keep the same little tables. I was thinking here we can have, yeah, let's do a piano. We can have like a piano dude sitting here, tinkling away while the people are drinking. How's that sound? We need some piano music. And once again, I'm going to pop upstairs, but it will be just a second for you guys. These we can probably do 4-seaters down here. Or 3-seaters at the very least. So you've got slightly bigger parties here. There we go. 3. Oh, oopsie. You really want to be serenaded? It's not a problem. I think I'm going to keep these lights as well. I'm going to sell that one. There we go. That brings it down a bit here. You know what? Let's sell that one too. That's a bit better. There we go. We haven't really got much space here and enough for like even tables just to lean against, but that's okay. The ambiance. I need a stool for the piano player, don't I? We've got slight cowboy, slight industrial, slight all kinds of stuff. Let me know what you think of our underground bar. And then we'll go over to our... I changed this. You probably saw it in the last video where it went through a couple of evolutions. But this is the one that I settled on because this was a little crazy. Now, these tables, let's see, what have we got here? There we go. Now this is going to be a little bit more crowded than the bar. Let's just get a chair. That's very cute. I'll take it. That works. I don't know about these legs. Let's change these legs. There we go. You can put tables all the way along here if we're lucky. Let's just get rid of that and that now. That also has to go. We'll get a new one, a better one. We need some light over here, don't we? When I say a little bit more light over here. How did I manage to duplicate the wrong table? That'll do for the end table, but we're probably going to need less seats along here. We've got a bunch of seats here. I can probably put another table in there. But that looks much more cheerful. Now, I think because it's a castle, we are going to use the... What is it? That thing. Yes, I know. And actually, we're going to keep it black because that's the only one that works well. There. Nice and bright. We've got the party lights out here. We've got the lanterns on the table, and I'll put another table there shortly. But right now, I just want to have a look inside. You'll see that I have done the flooring. I haven't done the walls, and that's as far as we got. So we are going to have to do a little bit more in here. Now, I've cleaned this place up. The only thing I can't do is fix the bumper on this damn thing. And I'm not prepared to move it because it's right on the property line. And they have basically put it in a place where it cannot be replicated. So, therefore, it's gonna stay right where it is. But this has been done, if I'm not mistaken. No, Damn it, I always find something that I haven't completed. This door needs to be replaced. Doesn't really matter, I suppose, but there is a light there, so let's just change it to the other way. Okay, the stairs have been fixed. The lights are now working. The pallets are there, waiting with boxes. I'm going to leave that. I just have to do the walls here. I must admit that this has been the hardest part of this whole build, is refreshing these walls, because I've been trying to keep it within the same color family that they've used, but oh boy, it is so hard, because everything, you're working in two different directions, you're working in awkward places where sometimes you can move stuff, sometimes you move it, you know you're never going to get it back again in place. All right, we were in here, weren't we? I think I'm going to keep the vibe in here, but I think the floor is quite cool. It's the same as what's on the wall out here, but just in a different shape. I think that works quite nicely. The big hole into the underground was there, and I'm liking the feel of these crates, or what are these things called? Containers being stuck together. I just don't know if I agree with this color. I'm looking, I would go for a slightly more orange, actually, something like that, because if you look at everything that we have outside, it's more orange. Yes, that looks good. The lights are orange, yeah, everything is orange. I like the concept of these tables. I think I'm going to use it. Well, that is just cozy and homey. What do you say? We're not going to have much space to put a booth, but let's put a couple of these tables. There we go. It's cute. And then last but not least would be you, my little friend. This is unsalvageable. It's a guess, but I might be wrong. Damn it. It does sort of blend into the wall quite nicely, doesn't it? Okay. Are you okay? Yes, you're okay. Is there money in your drawer? Aww. Fine. I'm sure I've got a picture of a burger that I can put on the wall here. Or did I remove it? I can't remember. Shall we investigate? Probably needs to reset itself. Oh, doesn't that look juicy and delicious? Yes, it does. Now I'm hungry. Do you think that's a little bit big? No, it's in here somewhere. There. The neon burger sign. Okay. I'm happy now. Well, actually, there's that. So let's change this to the neon burger. The neon burger. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That looks awesome. We have the neon crab. And sadly enough, the neon burger actually looks better than the neon crab. Alright, you can go. Actually, there's a telephone. Oopsie. Okay, fine. Do we have anything in these cupboards? No. Drawers? Money? Stuff? No. That works. Just throw that behind here. I think, yeah, I'm gonna need to do these walls as well. All right, I am going to replace these fridges. Well, I'm going to sell most of them. Well, there's two. There's all of two. Ooh. Oh, that's rubbish. Wow, I haven't explored rubbish in a long time. Okay, come here. And then panel these walls. I'm going to do it in the grey. Replace the windows, and then we can come back and have a look. So bear with me, people. All right, all the hard work is done, and I'll show you where we are right now. Nothing's changed here, but I've put all the glasses on the bar and watering hole. It's a skull. What can I say? The only thing I haven't done is put a chopping board down with a lemon and oh no, we need something that will pop there. Okay, that's better. And we need a lemon for the drinks, and we need hot sauce because Stephen, I haven't forgotten. There's our hot sauce. Somewhere is a lemon. Go. And a nut, which I forgot to put down. Of course. There we go. The barkeep has a number of trays. He's got all his glasses behind him. There's some interesting stuff on the wall here. So there's that. And then if we go out here, this is our burger joint. I kept the clock, I just changed the color. We've got bright orange fridges now. Everything has been colored. Can't talk. Everything has been covered, replastered, re-walled and ceilinged and floored. I think it looks pretty good. I did change the stairs because they were a little fancy for a burger joint. Everything is the same except for here. For some reason I had a gap, so I stuck a bin there. And that's fine because we can do that, but there's the gap that I was looking for. So I thought I'd stick a bin there too. So let me know what you think. I wouldn't actually, you know what? We've got serviettes. There they are, napkins. And we can actually change that to bright orange and white. We can use them as place settings. What do you say? Just here, for example. I think that looks pretty darn cool. And of course we have the burgers. There's a burger on here, so it counts as a burger in a burger joint. Then the last thing to do in this section of the grounds, you'll see this has been re-walled, that's been replaced, this has been done, all the chairs have been sorted out, but we need to... I'm in two minds about replacing this table, simply because A, we can't place anything. I'll show you what I mean. I put a chair, it's not going to stand on these packing crates. So I'm in two minds about replacing this whole thing. So let me know, should I? Or should I just let it go with the flow and keep the moths and the lamp and the tires? Because I think it looks quite cool. This needs to either go or be changed. Let's see if we can change it. Ooh, and it looks all good again. Okay, I can live with that. Oh yes, that looks awesome. Oh yes. There you go. Burgers are on. So there's that. If you want a grilled burger, the option is available. All of these have been done, the walls here, the fence, the supports, yay. We just haven't got up. In fact, this has been done, if you see. So that was where there was a gap. That's one's where there was a gap. And I did replace it, so yay. And now we just have to go up. And that means walking the rail, and that means next time we'll walk the rail. What do you say? But you know what? Thinking of changing this. I really want orange. I really do. Should we do that? Let's see. I keep on just hitting copy multiple times and seeing if it'll finally work. Let's stay with burlap, but let's go to the bright orange. Ooh. There we go. There we go. That just adds a hint of brightness. And then whoever's in here can look out and see all the pretty colored lights, which are actually looking really nice. Now next time we're going to do the signs. I know for a fact that these things do not stand. If I go here, let's see if I can do this. I take an A. It only leans against the wall. You cannot stand it up with the V function. So we are going to have to build a wall behind here. And then knock the wall down so these will stand. So that's next time. And then this outside sign, let me know. Any ideas? Fun fair, fairground, I don't know, what would you like to call it? Let me know. But yeah, I think it's looking pretty good. I'm quite chuffed with it. And next time, and this thing. Because this umbrella will no longer ever stand in here and you cannot fix the umbrella. So we're going to have to maybe put a canopy over it. But that's for another day. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that the next video is going to be Sakura, because that'll give me enough time to get the download sorted, get the video done and edited and uploaded. So fingers crossed for Monday. I have my toes crossed as well, just in case. Guys, I hope you have a lovely weekend. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all soon. Bye for now.